me about the film. Kevin, it was a pleasure to meet you, at least virtually. And your
Mhm.
video is awesome. I mean, I think it made a lot of people, you know. But
Uh,
we're sorry for your loss for your wife. I know you guys have been fighting the New World Order for a long time, and we
yeah,
can't give up the fight. We're in the fight. We got to keep going. What do you
yeah.
want to know about the movie, man?
Oh my God. Well, first, thank you. It's an honor and privilege. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And uh, I just, I just think it's the most important battle we got going on right now. Because if you can't talk about the war, how are we going to fight it?
Well, we want to make sure that everybody has can grow to their fullest potential. Like I said
Yeah,
to you off camera, I'll say to you on camera. The audience will let you know. If Kevin
yeah,
Pascoe sucks as a podcaster, the numbers will reflect that. But we need the
mhm,
algorithms out of the way. You can't have, the YouTube algorithms and the Facebook algorithms and the X algorithms and Instagram dictate saying, "Oh, Kevin Pascoe's talking too much truth, so his
mhm,
treadmill can go 5 miles an hour." You can't do that. You have to allow you. If the audience says you're good enough for a million, followers, you got to accept that number. I'll accept that number all day long. Because
mhm.
if a million, and it's not about the money, but this is what we've chosen to fight the New World Order. If we lose this war, the first people they come after are the people who are on camera. They look
Yeah,
at us as their brown shirts.
yes.
They're really the brown shirts, but they look at us as we are their brown shirts. Look at
Mhm.
us as we are the communists. When
Yes.
meanwhile they're the communists, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, look, it's a long drawn battle, and we're not going to win this war unless these things are completely rotor rooted, okay, completely
Mhm.
unclogged, okay,
Yeah.
and where the audience decides, hey, I like Kevin Pascoe. I'm going to put on the notification bell. I want to see his shows. I like his guest, Carol Marine. She's very simpatica. Whatever. I want to go down to her retreat down and hang out by the river and heal, right?
Mhm.
Because she's a healer, right?
Yeah.
And what is the name of your healing center?
It's heavenandearthsanctuary.com. And I'm not a healer, I'm a holer.
You're a holer. There you go.
Yeah, because you got to plug the holes. A lot of people walk around with, yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of people with
like
holes.
Swiss
Yeah,
cheese, like Swiss cheese.
yeah. Well,
Well, I
I'm
had people.
Italian.
So,
I'm
Heaven, I
Italian. We
want
we
to,
have we put different kind of holes in people.
I
yeah.
You
had
know.
I had people yelling at me trying to push out the truth, and they're like, "You're pushing it on me." I said, "I'm not a pusher. I'm a puller."
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, the movie's coming out really well. And, Carol was privy to sit in on three of the screenings. We just had the fifth cut. The fourth cut, I rejected it. I said, no, you could do much better than that. And he
Yeah.
like rushed through it. And I said, what the hell did you do? And but anyway, needless to say, sometimes things get in the way. He's got a family to run. He's got his own pressures, etc. I understand that, but now he understands how important this
Right.
movie is. This movie done correctly, and I believe me, it's being done correctly. 'Cause I will not release it unless it is.
Mhm.
Will make history, and it should make history. And that all depends on the Patriots. Do they get behind us? Do they like Mel Carmine? Do they think he's arrogant? Do they think he's got too big of a chair? Do they think he's too much New York? You know what I mean? People have all reasons why, but this has got nothing to do with my chair because my attitude is all New York. It's got nothing. I'm a very humble guy, believe it or not. Just that New
Ah,
Yorkers happen to be a little bit on the loud side. Deal with it,
Oh
right?
yeah. Wait, you
yeah,
got
but
to be with all that noise.
yeah,
Yeah,
your chair is actually, it's your trademark. I mean,
it is.
it's instead of a logo, you have a chair and people
Exactly.
recognize it. So it's
And
so
if you like a
important.
chair, go get yourself a chair. We'll start chairman of the board club, whatever,
There you
man.
go.
Was it made in Sarcy? Sarcy?
It was based in Sarchi. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Oh,
They're famous
nice.
for their leather rocking chairs in Costa Rica.
Unbelievable. Yeah,
Yeah,
the best. Well,
Right.
Sarchi was right around the corner from where I lived.
I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Kevin,
So
how did you just tell us about yourself too? How did you get into this movement and what and you had a voice very much so through the Truth Tour?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, kind of all started on a quirk. I'm watching Jason Q, and of course he was getting ready to get banned for the J word. So he posted his address up, and it was like 2 miles from my great aunt's house where I used to stay in Chicago, where I used to work. So I showed up at his door with the first buzzer. So I'm the buzzer guy after that. Otherwise, yeah, invited
What
in,
is a buzzer?
found out what
Clue me in. What is a buzzer?
it was basically a blue buzzer. The first ones went and then the second ones I got him, he could record.
Oh,
I
you're
don't know if you want to say it
like
for
that guy
YouTube,
on MSNBC, that bald-headed guy that does finance. What's his name? Kramer.
yeah,
No, it's
Yeah,
like
he's got
this.
all these. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
they were saying he was going to get banned off YouTube. So I showed up with a buzzer, and of
think
course,
it's
second
dead.
generation, it's his voices, and of course they went viral. And then
Right.
I came back home and I told them, if you guys are ever in Vegas, my mom and I have a timeshare. Let me know if you're coming, and I'll get you guys rooms. So, of course, a couple of weeks later, I had this dream that everything was done, and
Do you
all
have an
the
extra
truth
room
is,
for Mel Carmine?
I was going to rent the whole floor. Of course, yeah, anytime. Just give me a little notice to book them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But,
I've stayed there. It's beautiful. 3 bedrooms
yeah.
we had,
Yeah.
pools and everything there.
I might take you up on that offer. I come to Vegas quite often, like at least a half a dozen times a year.
Nice. But it's Wyndham Desert Blue. So, of course, I had this dream that everything was done. So instead of renting one room, I ended up renting the whole floor for everybody. And he called me like the day after and said, guess what? I'm doing the Truth Tour with Lewis Harms, and we're coming through Vegas on the finale. And I was like, okay, cool. How many rooms, right? So got a bunch of rooms, of course, met everybody. And it was like walking into a family that you never knew you had,
Yeah.
but was always there. So
Yeah.
it was really heart-wrenching.
Yeah.
And that's what got me hooked up with them. And then, of course, from Truth Tour 1, I ended up signing up for the whole thing on Truth Tour 2, helping Doug out with the audio visual and driving Esther. So I drove Esther around the country.
Yeah. It's
It's
funny how, the things had to take a major turn of events for us to all unite. Imagine.
Yeah. And of course, the hardest thing was calling Karen to let her know I had already made plans to take a month off of work and do this tour. Of course, she was mad, hung up on me. Of course, called her the next day when she cooled down. And I said, babe, I got to go. It's my generation's Woodstock. So I had to be a part. And then, of course, jumped in both feet and can't get me out of it now, especially now with her.
Yeah, well, we got a lot of that Woodstock music behind the scenes of every piece in the movie. You're gonna love it.
Oh,
You're gonna love
cool.
it. Yeah, yeah,
Awesome.
you're gonna absolutely love it. As a matter of fact, while you guys talk, I'm gonna queue up.
I met Kevin on the Truth Tour, and we traveled from Tampa to where? Disney.
We went all over.
No, Anaheim.
Anaheim, yeah.
I think there was 9 stops.
Because Karen met us up in South Carolina. She drove across country by herself to hook up with us. And then of course, we had the smoking car. So we had Mark Atwood, you, and Michelle, and Karen.
Karen. And Tarot by Janine was back and forth too in different vehicles.
Well, when we lost Mark. When Janine showed up, we lost Mark out of the car.
Yeah. So it was Kevin and Karen both put a lot of energy in the last 5 years into bringing out the truth. And of course, you lost all your channels, your Facebook, and when Karen posted a lot. And,
she did everything on Facebook. I did a lot on Facebook, but the last 5 years, I think 3 of it, I was in Facebook jail. So it was pretty much a moot point. Yeah. And then I've been.
Do you have a channel now?
Well, I still got them. I just haven't posted much just because of the circumstances. The last few videos I put up were basically just tributes for her. Dina and Jason made a beautiful one right after she passed.
Well, you'll be able to put this one up. Let's start with the trailer here, which is a masterpiece. But the trailer, both trailers are fabulously done. But I'll tell you what, the actual documentary is much more powerful than the trailers. They really are.
Yeah, I actually saw.
Dear Mr. President.
Dear Mr. President.
Dear Mr. President. Dear Mr. President.
Dear Mr. President. Dear Mr. President. When did freedom of speech become a crime? In the land of the free, voices are vanishing, opinions are policed, truth is under fire. They say it's about safety. I say it's about silence. Who's watching the Watchmen? Who's filtering your feed? Who benefits from your silence? From the classroom to the newsroom, from Silicon Valley to Washington, D.C. Who decides what you can say?
Censorship.
Censorship. Censorship.
The censorship.
Censorship. It's a much bigger threat to democracy than anything that we've seen in this country in the last 4 years, in the last 40 years.
Our First Amendment is under assault, not just by big tech, but by government agencies. Voices are being silenced.
A world without censorship would mean we can freely expose the elections and, of course, child trafficking. I believe the American spirit would kick in if they had access to the real information.
We've had channels taken down from nearly every form of social media. We knew when you uttered the term fake news that you were up to something different. We're honored to contribute to this documentary on censorship.
I have only one thing to ask. I just only want to see some accountability from somebody. Just pull that pin and throw that grenade already, buddy. That's all every American wants to see, is just some accountability for the crimes against us all. Thank you, sir. And long live the Republic.
It's very powerful. I mean, you know, Mr. Goodluck is a very accomplished editor, but he's able to follow guidelines. He's able to follow my lead, etc., and he's able to execute and carry out my vision. You don't meet people like that normally. Like, you know, they're a dime a dozen. They're not. Yeah. You know, and so we're blessed to have him. I told him today, I said, look, I can't tell you when, but I said, at some point when this reevaluation does get here, you're wasted talent over in Nigeria. We're taking you, we're kidnapping you and bringing you over to the States through the right door. So, yeah.
They're actually breaking ground. They're supposed to be moving Hollywood to Vegas.
Really?
There's a big lot out by the new Durango Casino, and that's where it's going to be. I guess that's going to be New Hollywood, whatever they're going to call it. I don't know.
Well, hopefully they're not a bunch of child eaters.
They better not be, because that's very close to my house. So, you know, I can run over there and take them out, no problem.
Yeah, listen, you know, they got us pissed off to the point where we're liable to really, you know, I mean, it's not far-fetched that people would probably go to a gun range down in Guantanamo Bay, if you know what I mean. Right?
Oh, yeah, I volunteered, but, you know, I haven't gotten my answer back yet.
We're pissed.
Yeah. And, of course, you know, everybody's been biting at the bit because they want it done today and today and today. Of course, you know, a lot of the patriots with a PAY in front of them, pushing this is going to happen tomorrow. And I've seen this.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with making money. Making money is part for the course. It's okay. It pays the bills. It's what you do with the money that's important.
Yeah.
If you use it for cocaine, champagne, and whores, you know what I mean? Then it's the wrong thing, obviously, right? But if you use it for the right thing, it's okay. I mean, a guy like Nino, who's making probably $500,000, $600,000 a year, he should be making $6 million a year. And I want to see him make $6 million a year, right? Yeah. But I can't get him to see how important this movie is and get me on his show.
Yeah.
So I'm going to sick Carol after him and let her me tenderize his ass.
I do it with honey.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that honey's awesome.
But needless, and I've been on Nino's show, and he's been on my show, but for some reason he gave me a little piece that that was like pulling teeth. Yeah, and it's a nice piece. It's very well done, and we're going to use it in the movie. Yeah. Thank you, Nino. We love you, brother, but we want you to be part of the team. I don't know who's advising you. I'd fire some of those guys if I was you.
I've been on with Nino for 4 years on his back channels. You know, I mean, he's got great. He's got great guests, you know, that's the whole thing is, and it's a great conversation and a lot of information. So
correct. But he's got 500,000 followers and he's getting 160,000 views at most.
No.
Yeah.
At the most.
If you guys talk to him, let him know I'm upset because he was hiding up in the room at the Trump the last time he was here and didn't come down with all of us for the Wano Saving event.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
does that a lot.
Yeah,
He's a busy guy.
him and Caviezel, they were both
Yeah,
often.
no,
They
he's a
were hiding.
busy. No, I'm not making excuses for him or Juanito. They're very busy guys. I mean, they're
Yeah.
running like chickens, and I run like a chicken. I got 4 businesses I run. I got a wife, and I got 2 furry dogs that we adopted from Costa Rica. I'm busy. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And and I'm trying to maintain my health. I went in for a little IV drip the other day, some vitamins, and I got sick as a dog, getting the sort of the backlash, the after, what do you call it? The detox. It's
Oh yeah.
glutathione, right? You get a shot of that stuff. It's like
Uh-huh.
it's like a cleanser for your liver on steroids, and you're going to get flu-like symptoms.
Yeah.
And so I was like in bed for like 3 days. I was like, oh, leave me alone, don't touch me, you know.
Yeah,
But
I
I
take
want to
the
get I'm in the fight. I got to stay healthy.
I take the Numi stuff every day, and then
Yeah.
Phoebe Robert's wife got some pill form like dissolvables that are like 200% more. She gave me
Yeah.
those after my surgery to help recover,
Yeah.
and it seemed to work. I mean, I feel better, still recovering, but I'll get there.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're rebuilding your channels now?
Yeah, kind of getting back into it. Like I said, I kind of took some time off. I had a lot of personal stuff to take care of after she passed. And then now I'm starting to get back in the swing of things. I got cousins in town this weekend. Otherwise, Lewis was just here, but I didn't get a chance to hook up with him for his governor meeting or whatever he had going on.
How far do you live from the center?
From which one?
The center of Vegas, where all
Oh,
the craziness.
like 10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on the west side. So, kind of on the way to Howard Hughes's old ranch out by Red Rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're you're right by the park where Juan is often in the park doing interviews and
Juan's hideout. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I won't mention the name, so I don't want to dox him, but that's right around the corner.
He is a trip. Juanito he's a pisser.
Yeah. He was just in town for the voter fraud meetings and stuff. That was when I met Patrick Byrne. Actually, this shirt from Lewis, him and Patrick were walking up, and Patrick came up to me and goes, "Can you mind if I take a picture of your shirt?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. Can I get a picture with you?" Caught me off guard. But yeah, that was kind of cool. And we met a lot of nice people from that also.
Yeah.
And Trennis was there. And I tried pinning Tennis down for an interview to do the 45-second clip, but he was rushing to catch a flight. So I missed him, but I got his number and gave it to Carol. So I'm glad you guys got in touch.
Yeah, I was just texting him earlier today after I came out of my car wash. And, they put a post out for Tina. Regarding the Donald Trump put a post out today, as a matter of fact.
Oh, good.
Yeah, to get Tina out of prison. She's wrongfully, imprisoned.
Oh, of course, since day one. Yeah. Well, I had met her. I want to say it was 4 or 5 trips ago with Juan coming to Vegas. They were hiding out. They popped in at the Trump over there, and that was when I met Jennifer Mack and Tina.
Yeah. Look, this war. If we could get anything out of it, is at least maybe this movie will be the landmark movie that started the ball rolling on crushing this freedom of speech war. Number one, and number two, get some clean air, get some clean food, that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
It would be a big accomplishment.
Get the fluoride out of the water. That would be a
there's
good
so many
step.
things, but at least 4. Give us 4 good things. Give us 4 nuggets. I think we deserve it, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
I figure one for each year of the war so far. We're due that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kevin also got the interview, which was very long for Lloyd Brunson. Yeah.
I pinned Lloyd down, but 45 seconds. I don't think he could fit it in 45 seconds. So yeah, because Carol asked me to get interviews from people that were there, and of course most of them were either up on stage. Of course, Juan, I had breakfast with him the day after. Because he didn't even have time to sign my other books. Remember, Karen would show up with a stack of books for him to sign every time. So I kept that tradition going on. I brought 4 of them in, but yeah, I had to meet him the next morning at breakfast just to get the book signed because the poor guy didn't have enough, couldn't get away to go pee, for Christ's sake. He's like a magnet with all the fans,
Yeah.
Well,
So anyways, Kevin,
I worked 5 of his book tables through the tours, for him. And
He's
He
there
would
all
go
night.
till 4 in the morning. I said, I'm
Yeah.
leaving. You know, here's your list of people with that paid for the books. And
Yeah.
I did have breakfast with him at Trump Tower. Yeah, I mean, after Truth Tour 1, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin, get in touch with Maureen, Carol Maureen, regarding the going live with the movie.
Okay.
We're going to go live on multiple channels and spread the word out in the podcaster community. Anybody,
Yes.
whether they're in the movie or they're not in the movie, if they're patriots and they believe
Yeah.
that there's a war on free speech, they should want to stream this September 9th for 24 hours straight on their channels. Let's get everybody out there. If you're out there and you go to dearmrpresident.net, dearmrpresident.net, there's a opt-in. Make sure you opt in so you get notified that the movie's coming out. You'll be one of the first. If you have an extra $5 you don't need and you want to give it to the cause, even though the movie's free, freedom is not free. Amber and I spending a boatload of money to get this thing out. And so it is what it is. But, listen, the next one might not be free. It might be $3. You know what I mean? I'm not going to kill you, but I have to recover some of my money, right?
And I'm just letting everybody know. I even threw some money in on it. So just letting you know.
Beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I donated the day tape thing as soon as Carol sent me the link for doing the video. And
thank you. I appreciate that. So, it's not
So
$10,
Mel,
$20. I'm going to kill anybody.
Mel, I was going to say, when I suggested on September 9th, I'll never forget, you said, I can't do that day. And I says, why can't you? He says, well, that's my birthday. I says, well, if Trump could have a $25 million military parade on his birthday, Mel Carmine can have
I wish I could have a military parade instead.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? If the thing does as much as we want it to do, you might get your parade. Careful what you wish for, Mel.
Listen.
It's also a lunar eclipse that day on the 10th. There's some astrologically, it's huge.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Plus the planetary alignments is still going on too. So
there's two sides of me. When this whole thing really comes down, we win this war all the way through, et cetera. We get our 4 nuggets, 5 nuggets, whatever they allow us to have, or our quantum financial system. Part of me says, hang up your cleats, go walk the beaches of the earth with your wife, romance your wife, and just relax and never look back. Get a name change. I'll be called John Blow, whatever the fuck my name is going to be back, and just disappear. And the other part of me says, no, hire 3 more guys like Mr. Good Luck, bring him to the States, right? And give them full-time positions, pay them well, etc., and just do shows, and then let them do all of the stuff that they do, chop it up, make little shorts, upload it to YouTube and Instagram that it has no more, freedom of speech impediment, you know what I mean? So that would be nice. Maybe I'll build a big media company and I'll sell it for $150 million and I'll donate all of it because I don't need it, right? That would be nice, right?
There you go. Yeah.
You'll be moving
projects. Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm torn up between all these different things, It's like,
this will never end, though. It's this is not a pump and dump.
This is not a war that's going to go away that easily. I understand that, but we're winning a major battle right now, right?
Yeah.
If we can get everybody to be sovereign, if we can get everybody to drive without a driver's license, insurance, registration, if we could show the cops that show that I'm launching is to educate the cops that you're working for a scam. Hey, I'll say it again, okay? For all you coppers out there, you're working for a scam. And when we show you the proof, the guys who are honest are going to resign and you're going to go find something else to do. And the guys that are scumbags, they're going to try to stay on. And there's a few scumbags out there that are cops.
The cops turned into revenue collectors. That's all they are.
That's all they are. Yeah. Policy enforcers and revenue collectors. They're a debt collection agency, like the IRS.
Anytime I see them, I thank them for their service, and I just remind them, you're here to serve and protect me. You work for me, not the other way around.
Yeah, no, but that's not the way they look at it.
No,
because they've been brainwashed. Yeah. We're still in the American corporation.
Corporatocracy. Yeah,
that's where we are. We're not there yet. And I don't know how long it's going to take, but you know what? If we give up the fight, we lose.
I think he killed the corporation, but they just didn't get the memo yet.
Yeah, well, the army is needed for that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You understand? because you're not going to do it with, you're not going to do it like, just with a stroke of a pen. Okay, you don't believe in the stroke of a pen. Let me send the Marines, the Air Force, the Navy SEALs, whatever, right?
Well, since I quit smoking, the only thing I got to invest in is a lighter so I can light my torch. I've already sharpened my pitchfork, and the pow-pows have been locked and loaded for years.
Yeah. Well, you guys got open carry out there, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's always been open carry out here in the Wild West. You just got to check them at the bar or at the casino. You can't walk in with it.
You can't walk in with a gun?
Well, you can walk in with it, but the security is going to stop you and confiscate it while you're there, and then they'll give it back to you when you leave. Kind of like the airport, You kind of check it at the door.
Yeah.
Otherwise, tuck it in, don't show anybody, and you're good to go. They're not going to frisk you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, if you do Quantum Summit number 3 in Las Vegas, Kevin's got a lot of connections there because you worked for the exhibition halls, right? Setting up exhibitions.
Yeah, the Quantum Summit Part 3 is definitely going to happen, and it's definitely going to be my last one. I keep saying it's going to be the last one, and then I end up doing one more.
That's what Truth Tour was.
Truth Tour was, yeah.
Only one, right?
That's it.
Later.
3 or 4 days afterwards, everybody's missing each other within a month, and it's like, come on, let's do it again.
The only reason why I'm doing it is because I'm going to wait, first of all, until the XRP is at least $50. I'm going to actually plan it. Let's say XRP hits $50 by the end of the year, for example. Let's see if these guys get their shorts untangled. Then I'm going to make an announcement that next September, not this September, we'll have a Quantum Summit Vegas or Miami or wherever. When you go, your XRP is $50, and I know quite a few people that own 1 million XRP. They're not going to scoff at spending a few grand to come hang out with Mel Carmine and Carol Maureen. Right?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll get you rooms at the Wyndham. How's that?
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Cool.
Sounds like a plan.
We'll hang out.
Sounds like a plan. Well, thank you for inviting me, my brother. And I can't wait to meet you in person. Carol, do you think we should do a party after the movie? If the movie hits, like, say, 1 million views, to have an after party somewhere?
Yeah, we could. Costa Rica.
Yeah?
I'm joking. Yeah, we'll see. I think it'll go way more than that. I mean, it'll be.
It should do more than 1 million. It should do more than 1 million.
Yeah.
Well, if everybody posts it, plus, I got channels on different stuff. I got Rumble, TikTok,
just
YouTube,
keep your fingers
Facebook.
busy for about a week, and you'll see what happens, man.
Oh, yeah, I'm good at promoting stuff for people.
Yeah.
That's.
Well, I always tell if one person tells 10 people, and those 10 people tell 10 people each, and that equation happens 9 times.
Yeah,
you actually reach 1 billion people on planet Earth. Now, if it happens 10 times, Houston, we got a problem because we ran out of people to reach.
Yeah, you reached them twice.
Yeah, exactly. Some of them got reached twice, exactly.
Yeah.
So 1 telling 10, 10 telling 10, 9 times, 1 billion people. Do the math.
Yeah,
amazing stuff.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Hey, thank you guys. We'll see you on the next one.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you on the next one.